Hello everyone. We are SEOs talking about AI and SEOs because those are very so much overlapping these days, and we do weekly. We do weekly meetings about talking about SEO, AI world, how they overlap, what it means for businesses, what it takes to be visible with all the trends that are happening online these days, and every Wednesday, 1 p.m. EST, that's what we're doing. I'm Smarty. I have been in SEO for more than 20 years. Yes, there was a kitty in the video. I have been in SEO for more than 20 years. I have seen it all. I'm excited to have the kind of experience to be able to tell what is happening and where it's going. Definitely nothing is totally new. We have been seeing all these trends. We have been seeing everything and what it's going to end up with, but it's just a little bit faster than we ever could predict. I can appreciate most businesses are very lost and confused in terms of what's going with traffic, what is the future of online visibility, what is happening overall, and how can I keep my business afloat with all of everything that's happening. So that's what we are broadcasting for. We are trying to make it more easy to understand, to make it less confusing and less stressful for businesses. I am co-founder of Smarty Marketing. Sorry for this cute distraction this time. And April is my co-worker. She's the director of social at Smarty Marketing. Please check out. I do have a quick link over at Smarty Marketing that allows anyone to schedule a 15-minute call totally free. There are people who just want some emotional support, saying they were losing everything. What can we do? There are people sharing their new tools with me, which I always like. There are people sharing their new tactics, strategies. So it's definitely not a sales call. I just love hearing from other people and how they are coping and helping if I can. So please, Smarty Marketing, check it out. There is the link to schedule a call. Today we're talking about my new project. I have been working in it for more than a month, I guess at this point, for about 6-7 weeks. And the point of that was to ask businesses what they are doing, what they think about everything that's going on in organic search findability channel. Are they losing traffic and what they think about that? If they are investing in SEO, if SEO is dead. I asked all of those questions. And my criteria for people who I wanted to hear from were business owners and in-house marketing teams. I tried in most cases, I succeeded not to reach out to agency owners or agency employees, like marketing agency owners, because I know they have a much bigger understanding of what's happening. I wanted to hear from someone managing one single brand and seeing what's happening to its online visibility instead of just trying to get a general opinion. So I reached out to business owners and marketing leaders that work for at least just one brand. Full disclaimer, I used my current LinkedIn contacts for that. I have many thousands, but I picked only those that met my criteria. So those people that I'm connected to might be a little bit more aware of what's going on. So it's not representative of all businesses. I'm sure there are many business owners who have no idea what LLMs are, or even what ChatGPT is and why they need to be concerned, or why they're losing traffic and what's going on. I'm sure there is a huge amount of businesses who are outside of this knowledge bubble, I would say, that we are in. And in most cases, my connections, especially those that replied to my request to fill in this survey, they know more about what is happening than an average business owner, because I'm sure business owners are very busy making money and just managing their business, so they don't have time to understand the marketing trends or what's going on with organic search or things like that. So I'm not claiming the results of that survey are 100% representative of all business owners. But I like the results. I would say that they did not surprise me at all. Please check them out. Smarty.marketing is where I publish the full survey results, and Smarty.com is where I publish some highlights with quotes of people from people that were taking the survey. They are very cool insights. We all love them, so I publish them as the newsletter. So check both out. It's again, and Smarty.com is the highlights of the survey, and the Smarty.marketing is where the full survey lives. So if you're curious, please check those out. The results, just a few takeaways, is that most businesses are concerned about how people are going to be able to find them online if or when, whichever you want to believe, LLMs, AI answers replace the search. Just a quick reminder, we are not quite there. We are seeing people still use search much more than ChatGPT or AI answers. So it's not going to happen overnight that people just randomly forget about using organic search and go straight to ChatGPT to ask questions. The only case, like the only possibility that something like that happens is if Google kills organic search results itself, and that would drive the change, because until then people will be still using Google search whatever happens. At this point, we know there are two products that Google is very actively promoting, and they are not organic search results. They are both AI driven answer type results. So the first one is AI mode. I was just searching for something in your browser window, and Google suggested that instead of searching, I would go to AI mode with that like very intrusive pop-up saying like ask more questions in AI mode. So it's obvious Google is still very much interested in pushing AI mode to get people adopted. As a reminder, AI mode looks very similar to ChatGPT. There are no search results. It's just the answer with some citations to the right. I just posted inside my subreddit the summary of a few studies. Also, please join my subreddit where I curate tools, studies, news, new tactics, new use cases, everything that has to do with AI visibility. The subreddit is called SEO for AI. You can find it. You can find the link on our website, Smarty.marketing, or I hope someone will post that link in the comments to this live stream. So in one of the recent threads in that subreddit is my summary of a few studies on click-through, how many people click through anything when they use AI mode. In most cases, it's zero click, so no one clicks anything. They just consume the answer and move on. SEMrush is one of those studies. I think they had the most data, more than anyone else, that concluded that the zero click in AI mode is about 94-95%. So only 4-5% of people who interact with AI mode and AI answers, only 4-5% click anything. So if AI mode replaces organic search, we lose 95% of our remaining traffic. Again, let's hope that's not going to happen. There is another non-organic product that Google is also very actively promoting. It's called Web Guide. Instead of organic search results, Google shows also a summary of everything that a person can be interested in, but it's more clickable. So instead of using those link citations to the in the right panel where no one even cares to click, the links are integrated in that web guide, so they are more clickable. At this point, I really don't have any studies handy on in terms of how clickable those are. I will look for that, and if I find any, I will definitely share on my subreddit. So join if you want to know all the important studies. But in those cases, I assume whatever happens, if one of those becomes a replacement to organic search results, we will lose more traffic, and search results and the output and visibility will be much less predictable than it is now. So in both cases, it is bad news. So I'm surprised that in my survey, it's not 100% of businesses being concerned. I think it's like 90, 89 or something like that. So almost 90%. So I want to talk to those 10% of businesses that are not worried about LLMs and what they're going to do with organic search. Because again, one thing is people still using organic search results, and they still want to interact with organic search results. Another possibility is that Google just kills organic search, and at that point, users, customers, consumers will not have any other choice but just switch to AI answers, and online visibility becomes much more unpredictable, much less easy to attribute anything, and much harder to track, build around, predict, whatever. It's interesting. It's going to be very interesting in any case. So 90% of businesses are concerned. 0% of businesses are going to kill SEO strategy. All of them are still very much interested in SEO, and about 60% of those want to invest more in SEO because they believe that is the key to AI visibility as well. I am the one who also think the same way. I think SEO is fundamental. It is still key to AI findability as well. If you want to be included in AI answers, or if you want to be cited in AI answers, SEO is definitely something you need to be careful about, and make sure that you have all the fundamentals, including your site technology, backlinks, content relevancy. All of these three huge channels of SEO are still very important. And unlike many other SEOs, I'm not sure I'm the one who can say this is more important than the other. I think all these three are key. So it's technology of your site, accessibility, easiness, load time, it's content relevance, how good of a job you are doing talking to pain points of your audience, optimizing for keywords, all of that is still key. And backlinks, how many businesses, other businesses and other websites mention you, link to you, cite your articles or research products. All of those three remain key, and as we see, most businesses think that as well. None of them thinks SEO is going to die. Good news for SEO agencies for sure, but it's also obvious. Like I say, I've been in SEO for many, many years, and that's absolutely not the first time when SEO has been proclaimed dead. I don't even remember when it started. I think back with manual penalties, there will be clickbaity articles saying that that's it, SEO is dead. Whatever happens, any update, any Google's action, any Google's announcement, Hummingbird, RankBrain, whatever was happening with Google, it is always followed by some articles saying That's it. SEO is that. So definitely not new for us. I think these days it's a little bit louder just because the confusion is much bigger as well. But no, SEO is not going to die anytime soon. Again, most businesses agree with me, thankfully. And one more thing, it's most of those surveyed businesses think that it should be called SEO for AI or AI SEO. So most of those businesses do not want to give up on SEO as the acronym. But the second most popular acronym was GEO. Almost 40% of people I surveyed think that it should be called GEO. For those who don't know, GEO is Generative Engine Optimization. Not a fan of that acronym, but I'm already using it on my LinkedIn profile just to be discoverable for some of the relevant searches or feeds that I would like to be in. But it is what it is. People like using GEO as the acronym. I, for one, hope it's not going to stick, but I'm not the one who is going to decide. Again, Smarty Marketing is where you can find the whole survey, and smarty.com is where you can find all the highlights and interesting insights and quotes and predictions from people I surveyed. And I'm ready for questions. There can be any questions about anything at this point, because that's just SEO for AI today, and we can discuss anything.
Any questions?
April. Mm-hmm. Yep, you are muted. I'm never sure if you know you're muted or not.
I knew.
Okay, good.
In the article, there was a quote mentioning like the importance of digital PR now, and how like brand mentions by like other bigger brands are important for AI discoverability. So, what are your tips for getting started with digital PR?
I actually like the fact that digital PR is kind of replacing traditional sneaky link building. I think that's a very good move. If you were SEO 10, even 5 years ago, people were still doing link inserts, link buying, guest blogging for links. I'm still doing guest blogging, obviously, but never done that for that reason. So I'm glad that digital PR is gaining much more influence, because we almost forgot about that in like traditional PR. I think the hugest loss of digital PR was when Google announced press release links not effective for anything. It happened maybe like 10 years ago. But I think that just with like anything else, people and brands and businesses in particular misunderstood what digital PR was. It's not actually about sending press releases. It's creating something that is interesting for news publications, and doing that on a consistent basis. Like this survey that I created just now, it's a very cute little example of what you can do. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece every day or every month. You can try all kinds of methods. You can survey your customers and publish some insights. Best colors of the year, or this Christmas is all about this trend. Things like that from your even customer's perspective. You can use public data and find some interesting trends and insights there. You can publish white papers, research papers. Case studies are very popular as well. How I did that, how I achieved that. All of those doing them on a regular basis sends all kinds of cool signals to your website. First of all, and fundamentally, is it helps you rank higher organically. in search. And that is, as we all know, no question there, fundamental for AI visibility. It builds your brand, it builds your authority, it makes people talk about you, and LLM answers use what people talk about as training data. And it also makes things very hard to summarize. So anytime anyone is asking about trends or anything like that, you will be linked and you will be able to still build some traffic. All of those things are great. I don't think there are bad examples. I mean, you, of course, stay away from politics, not worth it. Stay away from very controversial topics for sure. But if you talk to your audience about the topics that your audience is obviously interested in, if your business is relevant, and if that's something newsworthy on a regular basis, that is the key to focus at this point. Smarty marketing can help. That's what we've been specializing in for 13 years at this point. I think I've been saying 13 years for at least a couple of years now. So more than 13 years we've been doing that successfully, always refining our product. And I'm glad to say it has never become irrelevant. It is even more relevant these days. I'm not saying that's all you need to do. Like I say, you can come up with in-house projects as well, but we can show you and help you how you can do that effectively as well. So reach out if you need help there.
The next question. Also, in the study, quite a few respondents mentioned like the value of original research. So how do you come up with ideas for original research for clients?
I will give you a couple of minutes, April, because I will ask you that question as well. You are the one who comes up with those ideas in most cases. From my understanding, it's not something I do every day or every week. I'm involved in most projects, but it's not something that I'm involved on a regular basis. I am doing that for our brand for sure. AI survey was the second, maybe the third of our projects. As we can make time, we come up with those on a semi-regular basis. I wish we could do that more often, but it is what it is. We are talking about what's relevant at this point in our industry. That's my strategy. I know everyone was all about Reddit marketing and still is. So I came up with this survey of businesses talking about Reddit dangers, Reddit risks, Reddit strategies, all of that. I know everyone is curious about LLMs, AI, and what the future of organic search is. So I came up with this survey about what is interesting to them. So it's because I'm inside the industry, I can definitely tell what will resonate just because I'm participating in discussions, I'm part of the community. So that's how I do it. April, I'm sure, has a few more tips here as well.
Yeah, I mean, just basically the same thing. You gotta just put yourself in the shoes of your audience and ask yourself, like, what would I be interested in? What are like some things I'm curious about that might not have been answered yet by the internet? Or you can also like look and see like what kind of content has performed well, like surrounding your client's topic, and like you can take those ideas and like find new angles or new ways to look at them, combine different data sets, just find new interesting like snippets, like just like the, for example, like the 90% of businesses are worried about the future of SEO. Like that's a really good bit, like juicy sound bite or things that something that some people will want to share. Just like that's like a really compelling angle, and then you can find really interesting statistics like that and build off of them. It takes just like one compelling stat like that to make something like really take off, especially on Reddit. I definitely highly recommend going to like subreddits that your community might be at and seeing what people are talking about, seeing what has performed really well there. See what kind of questions people have, the things people are complaining about, and you can address those things. Like if people, let's say like you have like a client, like an outdoorsy client, you can see what kind of things people are like concerned about, like staying safe while camping. Like that's like a really basic idea, but you can provide that content and just you're just gonna go to where your people are, with people that you're trying to reach.
Definitely, definitely. If I mean, there is no magic button here. You need to understand your audience, and we do that for multiple clients even when we don't necessarily know the industry that well. But there are ways to actually figure that out if you do your research and your homework well. So you can browse subreddits that are relevant to the client and figure out what resonates with them and which topics to maybe even stay away from. You can read popular articles on the same topic and see comments, tweets, all of those. I mean, X updates. Not sure how to call tweets still, but in any case, there are ways to understand your target audience and what people would like to know about, and what's at this point what's relevant right now, what everyone is concerned. If there is a new law coming or just introduced to a state, you can always look at angles on topics from that angle. Maybe there are some relevant overlapping topics with that, so that it resonates as well. So it's look at what's happening and what people are discussing in a particular location, on a particular niche, and usually that's where the coolest topics come from. Also, do not expect each of your studies or research or whatever go viral. I think a lot of businesses, and that's the biggest mistake, they try to do something cool, and from very first attempt, if it didn't generate too many links or too many mentions, they just give up and do something else. I think the beauty of the actual effectiveness of that comes after many tries. That's when you start feeling the topics, the angles that will resonate. We've been doing that for 13 years. At this point, our team can just look at the topic and it's like, probably not. And then this topic, yes, that will go well, and they already know how they're going to promote it and where they're going to push it and which subreddits are going to love it. So it comes with experience, and just don't give up too fast. Try all kinds of different topics and angles, and before you can feel that I probably takes a few years before you can have that feeling, okay, this will resonate, and then you can get much more focused and much more aligned with effectiveness of the project. So I feel like most businesses do not do that. For first, they think that's too expensive. My surveys cost us nothing. I reach out to people, I collect survey results, I visualize them manually. I don't want to eat our company's resources, so I just do that myself. It takes much more time than if I had to outsource that, but I'm okay with that because I'm in control of angles, messaging, and all of that. And I also reach out to people and I talk to them as well, so that's a benefit too. So I can achieve a lot of goals by just one project. So it doesn't have to be expensive. It can be time consuming, but you can do them every 3 months, every 4 months as time allows. So just try doing something fun and you will see much more visibility in organic search and LLM answers. So it's both. And I think we have time for one more question.
Yeah. So what kind of content works for both AI and traditional search?
Well, first, those PR pieces, PR assets that we were just talking about, anything newsworthy, any research, any white paper you can come up with, great. And for two reasons. It's not just because it creates all those great signals like brand mentions and backlinks. It is also impossible to summarize without giving credit. So anytime AI fans out to something like recent trends or recent statistics, they will have to mention you, which is another way to be an LLM answer all the time. And I know April was doing quite a few searches based on our PR assets, digital PR assets, and she was finding them in AI overviews, cited just about everywhere. And I think that's the magic of them. They get cited. AI cannot just mention a percentage or some finding or some trend without mentioning the source at this point. It's not how-to content. It is the source. This is first thing you need to start doing for sure, but also there are like other things that you can focus on. Anything I always say, what's hard to summarize comes first. Steps to follow, cheat sheets, checklists. It's not just how to do something, but also video instructions that are embedded, infographic, like I said, the checklist of everything that's needed. It's just think anytime you create an article or a page on your site, think about what you can do to increase the chances to not just your content is stolen and summarized as an answer, but also how you can make it difficult not to get mentioned. Usually those are some visuals. They are great for just about anything from organic search to social media to LLMs. All of those love visual instructions, checklists, all of that. Videos are great too. So if you can put your products in multiple formats content, so it's like multi-channel, that is always a great idea. So instead of trying to create too many articles, try to think about that in terms of how I can repackage the same instructions in multiple formats. Visuals, videos, maybe even audio instructions, whatever you can podcast, whatever you can do is beneficial, because the more mediums are using your content, the more chances you have to get cited and get mentioned in LLM answers. With that, again, check out smarty.marketing and smarty.com for that research. There are some very cool predictions, quotes, insights from the survey takers, but also some great results as well. And reach out if you need any help or if you have any questions as well. Thank you so much. Thank you, April, and have a great week, everyone.